Jane Wells, head coach.
Sophie Kim, senior defender.
Sarah Mattias, sophomore defender.
Coach, we'll start with you. You know, obviously a roller coaster of emotions. You go up, they tie it later on, then you go into overtime and score right off the bat. You get to go to the Final Four now. What's the initial reaction without having time to really sit and reflect on it?
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud and so excited. We played really well today. I thought in particular our defense stepped up big and really limiting their opportunities. I can't imagine that any other team has limited them to 5 shots or however many it was. It was a really great effort all around, but particularly on the defensive side of the ball.
Certainly, as you said, a defensive battle on both sides for both of you guys. You know, what were you guys able to do that really kept them from getting good looks or getting into the box to get shots?
Yeah, I thought we were really anticipating their movements, so we were playing pretty denial defense and not letting their forwards even receive the ball, and then transitioning to attacking runs from there.
Yeah, we knew that their forward line was pretty quick, so just staying on them as much as we could, marking them, and just trying to shut them down as quickly as possible. And I think our communication in the backfield, just bumping marks, making sure that the most dangerous girls were marked, really helped in our success today.
In a game like this where you kind of feel early on that you're not going to get a ton of chances offensively and you have to capitalize, does that change anything tactically that you do?
A little bit. I think, for us, just recognizing that each opportunity is really precious and we need to get a good shot off every time we get a penalty corner and really anticipate the rebounds and get some good second chance opportunities, I think is something that we've been focusing on as we got prepared for this game.
And similar question defensively, when neither team is getting a ton of looks, you have to tighten up a little bit more when they do get, into the offensive zone. What is that like on the field?
Yeah, I think it pretty much ties into the denial defense. So when we're really up there in our offensive 25, we're almost like offensive players and we're just giving the ball back into the 16 from there if we can.
Yeah, I think today especially we tried to be more aware than usual of their movements, like on ball and off ball, and just making sure we were shutting them down.
All right, what's the reaction like on the field when the goal goes in and you're going to the Final Four?
Amazing.
So exciting.
We have worked so hard all season, and last year we didn't really expect to go that far. I mean, as a freshman, I didn't expect much, and we just kept winning and playing for and with each other. And I think this year we came into it with a bit more confidence and that drive that we made it to the Final Four, but that's not the end for us. We want to continue to push ourselves.
Yeah, as a senior, and I've been here since Jane first came here, so each year we've just been building, and I think our confidence has grown, and also our bench depth is really great this year.
And Jane, from the coaching perspective, how do you juggle kind of, you're going to the Final Four? Obviously, that's something to be very, very proud of and celebrate, but then you got to get back into the mindset of it's game week. We have to get ready for another team and prepare for another game.
Actually, our players have been phenomenal all year with being in the right mental space and just knowing what we need to do to get ready. And they set their sights really high. I mean, we want to contest and try and win a national championship, and I know that we can do it, and we're talented enough and deep enough. It's just a matter of executing in those, tight moments like you were talking about in the competitive games. And we've played Franklin and Marshall twice in the last 2 weeks, and I feel really confident about game plan against them. I know our players do as well, and so for us, it's just a matter of getting the job done in practice to be as prepared as we can be for Saturday.
And the last question I have for both of the players, you have to play a team that you've already seen twice. You know them well. They're in your conference. Does that give you more confidence going in, or is that more of a different feeling knowing that they know you just as well?
I think it does give us confidence, but at the same time, we need to stay very grounded and take everything one game at a time. This is a new game, and they're going to be just as hungry as we are, but I think that we're very confident in our abilities, and I think we're going to go out really strong.
We've made it a point to take it one game at a time and not try to linger too much on the past. We have beaten them twice this year, but that doesn't mean anything for next weekend. It could go either way. So I think just going into the game with a clear head and focusing on playing our game will help us to be successful.
I think also the game will be totally different just because it'll be on AstroTurf, and that will, change everything. And so some of the penalty corner strategy that we use will be different. And so we just need to do our best to prepare for the new surface more than anything.
So just one last question for Sophie and for Jane. As a senior, Sophie, you came in, had 7 wins as a freshman. Your class now has more wins than any class in school history.
Yeah.
Just maybe kind of the feeling of that, of where you guys were as freshmen and now where you are now, and maybe Jane, that transition that you've seen with that class.
Yeah, I didn't even play my freshman year at all, and we had so many losses. So just each year, it's like hard to believe that we've gotten this good. But now, like this year, I'm like, I believe it. We are a very good team, and we're very confident in our abilities. But it's just like so amazing to have grown this program this much, especially with Jane.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's been amazing. Our kind of 3 to 5 year plan coming in was to try to be able to contest for a conference championship in 3 to 5 years. And I knew one of the pieces of this job was like, once we could contest for a conference championship, we could also contest for a national championship, just because of the strength of the Centennial, which is something that I really wanted to point out. Just with us getting an opportunity to play F&M in the Final Four, it really shows how strong our conference is. And it's not just the top. I mean, the teams in the middle and lower tier in our conference are very good compared to those same teams nationally. And so, it'll definitely be a battle, and we're excited for the opportunity to get to play F&M again. And I'm just proud of how much hard work our athletes have put in over the last couple years. I really couldn't imagine a better job or opportunity to walk into.
Guys, congratulations on the win. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.